What's up, guys? Perfection here. So, I'm just going to do a quick little rant, but I'm going to talk about pros and cons at the same time. So, we're going to talk about the new slots that they've put into the game. We got four new urban slots and four new rural probably slots, and basically four new urban slots is huge. More villas if you're training troops, or more barracks. Could also be if you're a rally trap. Four more hospitals. That's awesome. So, it's going to kind of change or bring back the rally trap that I prefer, the tier 2 style, tier 2, tier 4 mix, um, because you'll be able to take those hits and could potentially have enough beds that you can eat those rallies and not lose many troops. So, it may bring back that hospital style heal and recover rally trap. So, that being said, currently, is almost one more note. Currently, the other rally trap style, the T3, T4 rally trap, it's the most cost effective right now because yes, it costs a lot initially to get them all built up. I think it's 10. You don't even have to unlock strategic. It's you could do all regular troops. I believe it's 10.5 million of each. So 10.5 million range, 10.5 million cav, and 10.5 million infantry, tier 4, and then 1.5 million of the same, each type, tier 3. And essentially, if you have that, the proper research, you can be in Frost Lord set and eat frostbitten rallies all day long and not lose a single troop. You just heal them up and go. Now, there's the other rally trap style that, with the tier 2s, you have to have, I believe it's 120 million plus tier 2s, and I believe it's between 20 and 30 million tier 4s. And if you have that, you can eat, not of each obviously, but total. If that, you can eat rallies as well. But most people that run that setup don't run hospitals anymore because they lose too many troops to make the hospitals worth it. They lose a lot less troops if they run the barracks style and just with that defense bonus from a level 21 barracks, the 10%, stack that up, and you get a lot more defense, so you lose less troops. It's just simple. So this may bring back that hospital style heal and rally. So I'm looking forward to that. But now the rant. These things take 1,000 master shovel to open, and there's four of them. Total 4,000 master shovel required to unlock all four. Now, the only way to get these right now is through this new pack they just put out with it. And this just came out. So this pack includes 1,500 master shovels. Now, I have an issue with that number. Why 1,500? Why not 1,000? And don't hate on me for that because it would just keep it simpler. 1,000 would mean you buy 4 packs, you can unlock all 4 slots. A slot per pack. Whereas right now, let's say you want to unlock all 4 of them, you buy 3 packs, and you end up with 500 extra of these master shovels that you can't do anything with. They're just like these items that we use to. So I'm gonna scroll all the way down here. They're just like these items we use to upgrade our Hall of War, Treasury, Prison, and Altar. I have 17,000, 20,000 of these iron shackles. I mean, you know, I can understand both sides, MZ and player side of exchanging, like why the players want exchanging in the game, but at the same time, I see MZ side of why it's not there. And the reason I feel the MZ doesn't want it there is because it opens up that market for people to sell stuff, sell virtual items and currency over the internet. So the problem with that is, all right, I have bukus these iron shackles, and I got all these players that can't afford to buy $100 packs or whatnot, so they instead can spend $5 or $10 and get 10,000 of these things or 5,000 of these things. Yes, it's not a whole lot, but they're just sitting in my inventory. I don't care. So, I see that part from MZ, but the player side, it's like, okay, Iron Shackles, Hall of War, War Bond or Book of War, War Bonds, things like that. we got a bunch of lower players in our training alliance that still can't get all of their buildings to 21 yet. They're trying, but they're not there yet. So why not make it to where we can trade those? We can trade them those. Or I've got tons of these cores. Or cores is probably a bad example. Okay, we'll go with this example. We'll go with, let's say, Fire Age. Now, to the bigger players, billion power plus players, rally traps, whatever you want to be, rally leader. Fire Aged range set it was awesome in its heyday. Now nobody even cares about it. It was the reason Fire Age range set was Phoenix set is what it's called was so good was because not only did it offer a lot of that ranged attack power, but cores weren't as strong then. I mean, they are strong, but they weren't as strong. You wouldn't lose half your army in Fire Age range in the cores they had back then. Nowadays, you're sitting in Fire Age, that's like sitting, this not a whole lot better than sitting in Slayer gear. I mean, it is, obviously, but it's not significant. So, with that being said, it would really help a newer player, though, that's making a rally trap, or not a rally trap, but a solo trap, or just wanting to do some smaller attacks during KVK, like, you know what, there's this 50 million power player, and he sees another 50 million power player, and he wants to go attack him just for the fun of it, so he gets to experience the game. Because everybody knows that the game revolves around KVK, and, I mean, we have, what lower players are right now. The only way that you can play as a lower player is to be a solo trap, which I encourage, but a lot of people find it hard to execute because it's so hard to get gear. Or you're a monster killer. You go around killing monsters the entire KVK, which gives you points, but not substantial points. I mean, the point structure in KVK right now, everybody knows doesn't agree with it. It's better to sit. It would be better for your entire kingdom to sit around and not rally a single person, unless you find some offline player in all T4s. But it'd be better to sit around and not rally a single person, sit on defense the entire time, let people hit you. They trade their tier 4s for your tier 2s, and you win. I mean, it's that simple. So, anyway, that being said, I'm all over the place right now, sorry. Going back in here to, I'm going to go look at materials. Blue flames are very hard to come by, even now. I have another account that I'm leveling up, and on a new kingdom, and I was looking at making some Fire Age gear because the Phoenix helm has good defensive value, but also gives that research speed. So let's look at blue flames. All right. I have 14. Actually, I have more than that. I have 15. I have 15 blue flames on this account. All right. Now, and that's 15 blue flames. And that's after, packs and things like that. So, all the time that I've spent on this account, I have my Fire Age, my Phoenix set, full Phoenix set, and that's the only Fire Age gear I've crafted. Those are the only pieces of gear that require blue flames, is Fire Age, and I only have 15 of them. So, why not allow me to hand some of these over to, I think 15 would probably get a small player, maybe a full set of Fire Age. And that's a maybe because I think the helmet requires 4 blue flames just if you're doing the infantry helm. So, why not be able to hand those down to some of the smaller players? I can understand not trading gear, but at least the materials to make the gear, something. Gear would be an issue because if you could trade gear, the way it would work is nobody would spend all their resources on crafting a full Magisters or General set. Here's what would happen if you could trade gear. One alliance would craft 1 General set, maybe 2. 1 Magister set, maybe 2. And they would just pass them around. Oh, you're doing research? Here you go. Here's all the gear. And then they can do all their research. They don't have to bother. So I can understand that part. But the materials to craft the gear, I think, should be tradable. So anyway, that's pretty much going to be it for this.